farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. June Dairy Month activities are, of course, in full swing. You have a number of choices this weekend. I'm honored to help MC the event in Oconto County. The host site there is Cole's Dairy Farm. You'll get to take a tour, of course, experience hands-on learning for the whole family, and there is also a great meal.
Oconto County has the best farm breakfast. Our eggs are better than any other counties, so come to Oconto County Breakfast on the Farm.
Cole's Dairy Farm is excited to showcase the evolution of their operation since last hosting a June Dairy Month event in 2007.
I guess to show off our new barn and for people to maybe understand that cows are in a very comfortable environment. Hopefully they look at and see that, you know, cows are really treated well here, and it's pretty much like that all over. And if cows aren't comfortable, the dairy isn't going to make money. So we go over and above to make sure our cows are comfortable.
The family bought the farm in 1942. They had 42 cows then and have grown to 440 today. 3 generations work side by side.
I think there's more technology nowadays, and me growing up, we didn't really have a lot of computers when I was in high school, and I had to kind of learn this on my own, where my daughter grew up with it. She's very literate with all of it, and she kind of takes over with I still do a lot of computer stuff too, but she understands it a lot more than I do. So, and my father, who's 83 years old, still plants corn with auto steer and GPS, and I guess we're never too old to learn technology.
Kurt takes pride in watching the animals and crops grow.
Seeing a calf born and watching your corn and your alfalfa grow and harvesting, putting everything in storage for feeding your cows for the following year. It's a good feeling.
Well, I manage the cows, I manage all the calves, so I just like watching cows do their thing, making them healthy, I guess. We have 7 employees, and they have gone above and beyond for us. They are really good workers. They care about the cows.
Cows making milk that is turned into cheese by Belgioioso. With the parlor in use 3 times a day, it's just one thing people can experience at breakfast on the farm.
Just to show people what a real farm is like, not like their idea of a farm might be a little different than what we really are, and just show them that cows on farms are healthy and happy and like living here, I guess.
Cole's Dairy Farm is located in Gillett. Breakfast is served from 8 until 1 on Sunday, June 11th. I think I'm still full, though, from breakfast at the Collins Dairy Farm in Greenleaf. This was Brown County's event. Their farm is among the 95% in our state that our family owned. People took in tours, interacted with the animals, and of course enjoyed that breakfast. Fun fact, they served 27 gallons of locally made maple syrup. To find a breakfast on the farm event near you, we have an interactive map tool on wearegreenbay.com.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Tim Poggle from Country Visions Co-op. Tim, you know, it's been a while, but thanks for coming back to Life on the Farm.
Absolutely, thanks for the invite.
You know, I was looking for like a seasoned agronomist's input on some of the stresses we've been suffering this year with some of our cropping, and hopefully have a great insight for me. And let's first start with some of the emergence concerns with corn and soybeans. What are you seeing emergence-wise?
So emergence has been fairly good on corn, especially the earlier planted corn into our season. As we got to that late end of the run, we got hot and dry, moisture level dropped in the soil profile, and some of that seed is sitting there waiting for a rain event to germinate it.
Right, because some of these fields really haven't had any rain event since they were planted, correct?
Correct. I believe a lot of that has been May 8th, I believe, was the last, May 6th, May 8th was the last rain event. There's a few scattered showers last week that helped out some areas, but for the most part, we've been pretty dry.
Right. Well, that leads to some of the pre-emergent herbicides that were applied, especially to soybeans. You know, how are they holding up?
So far, they're holding up okay. I mean, I was very surprised. We might be half-life on some of that. It remains to be seen. A shot of water, a half inch of water would be really nice. We might be able to reach back on some of them weeds that are small, less than a half inch maybe. Corn in general looks to be in pretty good shape. The 2-pass programs we had planned for, looking to be like the pre-emerge is hanging in there for the time being, but some of that's going to be time to be spraying and get ready for side dressing.
Right. Well then, if we don't get a rain event soon, what is the recommendation for some of the post-emergent herbicides? Because, weeds aren't growing very fast, but they're still growing.
So that's the big catch-22, is that right now we haven't had a lot of moisture to get the weeds up and growing fast, so they're not getting away on us yet. However, we're going to have to spray when they are up. So we're kind of, this last week we held back a little bit spraying, and we're going to be looking at probably focusing next week to catch up when we get some of the weeds that we just can't let any weeds out there to take away moisture from the crop the way it is. So we're going to have to control the weeds.
Right. Now I want to switch gears a little bit, and how about the alfalfa crop? Some of these fields were cut 2 weeks ago. How do they look?
Sure. Alfalfa first crop I thought was very well in the area. Most reports that I've been hearing from Calumet, Brown, Outagamie County, we had good tonnage. Took about 6 to 7 days for that to green up. A few sprigs here and there, looked a little shaky, got a little nervous, and a few phone calls about what's going on. Dry weather generally brings bugs. I'm sure we're going to have to be very vigilant scouting alfalfa for bugs in that case.
Well, Tim, what is the insect pressure in general?
So far we've been finding some insects in alfalfa. The clover weevil we've been finding some aphids. I'm sure leafhoppers are going to be right around the corner. Finding some armyworms in the wheat and some armyworms in some no-till green planted corn stubble that we're picking through looking for stands right now.
Right, and that's the fear with dry weather that insects usually come in force.
Correct.
So final question, Tim, by the stage of growth with wheat, we should be putting a fungicide on our wheat. And I know the wheat's short, but I think it looks pretty good in general. What's your recommendations with fungicides?
Yeah, I guess my first thought was I didn't want to give up on the crop quite yet. We did shoot some fungicide this week because the wheat was flowering. So I know the head scab is not the main concern because we are dry, but we also are looking to try to capture yield and test weight yet. So, and with the dry weather, I think those are two variables that we're going to have to manage to try to get more seeds in the bin at harvest.
Right, and we have to make an assumption that it will rain someday.
Yes, it's going to rain.
So, Tim, thank you so much for your time today, and I'll let you continue on with your busy day, and really appreciate your insight.
Sure, thank you.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
This weekend, Manitowoc County also celebrates June Dairy Month. Our Midwest Farm Weekly contributor Dan Hagenow visited the host farm for a preview.
Welcome to Twin Cities View Dairy. My name is Jim Lepich. Our dairy is located just northwest of Manitowoc, near Branch, right next to I-43. We currently have anywhere between 835 to 845 cows on hand, plus all young stock from baby calves through heifers due to have their first calf.
We're a family farm. It's my dad, my mom, and myself, and my brothers Greg and Randy. We all work together to get all the work done on a daily basis. We have our own each areas that we oversee, but we all work together on whatever needs to get done as well.
My responsibilities on the farm would be basically feeding, manure management, cropping, and I oversee all the maintenance on the farm. We run approximately 1,500 acres and we grow corn, alfalfa, along with grass, some soybeans, and also some wheat.
I manage the parlor and the employees, check calvings every morning. I bed sand in the stalls, help my brother with calf health and cow health, bed heifer barn, clean heifer barn, kind of do a lot of different stuff.
My main responsibilities are all around animal health, from baby calves all the way to cows. We take a lot of pride in all the animals that we have here on the farm. We've improved the facilities a lot by the last number of years. We bed with sand. We don't like to see animals being dirty. We want fresh bedding as often as possible and the animals being comfortable. That's the most important thing for a high-producing dairy herd.
As far as running a dairy with the sons, it's been very rewarding to see them taking over, taking the initiative to move forward. Things are changing. Sometimes when you get old, it's a little hard to change things. I feel we've been successful what we're doing, but there's new things in the future coming and you have to adjust to them and be part of that.
I worked off the farm for 1 year, but then decided to come back. My brother Greg came back and James graduated from high school, and we were in a 200 cow barn, and it was starting to get old, and we decided if we were going to keep going, we had to build something new. So we decided to expand up to 650 at the time, and we built 2 barns and the double 12 milking parlor. And since then we've expanded the barn once more up to the current 850 cows.
The biggest thing for me, when you talk about what do you enjoy most, I guess I enjoy everything. My personal way of learning things is by doing them. So by trial and error, there's a lot of things I've done. Some didn't work, some did. So when I look back over 50 years, everything that's happened has been just great. I don't think there's a day that I ever went in the house that I was just so mad that I don't want to do this anymore. You just take one day at a time and deal with it, and that's the neat part of it. There is no day the same. There's no 2 farms the same. Everybody has to find their own place and make it work.
What a beautiful operation. Thank you to Dan Hagenow for that video. You can head to Twin Cities View Dairy this Sunday, June 11th. Breakfast features a ham and cheese omelet, sausage, cheese curds, and much more.
Good morning. I'm Storm Team 5 meteorologist Alexis Staniak. Normally for June, we see an average high temperature of about 76.6 degrees. Our average low temperature much warmer than what we've seen for a while at 56.2 degrees. And normally for the month of June, we average about 4 inches of rainfall. Haven't seen that yet. It's been a very dry start to the month so far as of Thursday this season. So from January 1st to now, we have seen 11.86 inches, which is now below the average for this time of year. That number sits at 11.88 inches, and we are now below how much rainfall we saw up to this point in the year of 2022. That number was over 1.5 feet of rainfall. We're not there yet. We are extremely dry as of Thursday. We sit about an inch below where we should be for this time of year. Same thing with Milwaukee, Madison, Wausau, now Rhinelander, even all the way up to Marquette. We are very dry. Areas in southern Wisconsin now sit in a moderate drought. So we desperately need the rainfall. The good news is it's on the way in. Within the next 10 days, we should see almost up to 2 inches of rain come through northeast Wisconsin. Same thing with Chicago, a little bit even for the Minnesota area, and even up to Bismarck, about 1/2 inch of rainfall to come through over the next week and a half. And our temperatures are going to start to be much more consistently warmer, 81 degrees for your Saturday. We do have a cold front coming through to wrap up this weekend and into Monday. So Sunday, Monday, mid-60s, very much below average. Back to more average temperatures for your Tuesday of 73 degrees, 81 by Wednesday, upper 70s by Thursday, and then look at this weekend ahead. Temperatures back into the mid-80s, so well above average, and we continue to see that above average trend as we head into the next 8 to 14 days. The Climate Prediction Center does keep us warm, so it looks like this above average trend of temperatures continues all the way through mid-June. Stay with us. More ag news coming up after the break.
Farms evolve throughout the years. Sometimes that means selling the herd to focus on other crops and ventures. For a family in Kewaunee County, their story once again includes cows after bringing their dairy farm back to life. Back in 1868, the Junian family came to America from Belgium and settled in the Luxembourg area. Now their farm is under the care of the 5th and 6th generation. I got to catch up with the sisters helping to care for the cows and land.
So there's my parents yet, Tony and Peggy Norn, and then it's myself, so I'm Megan Zeman, and then my husband Kyle, and then my sister Michaela Norn, and then Kyle and I have our kids running around and some cousins running around as well.
Ever since I was little, I knew that I liked being around the cows and I liked working with the cows, and this is something that I wanted to do. Never really thought of doing anything else. After high school, I went to college for a year and then I came back, so I've been on the farm ever since.
Growing up, it's always something I enjoyed doing. I talked about it all through high school, you know, that this is something I wanted to come back and do. I wasn't back here right after high school. I went to college, had a job out in the dairy industry, and then left the dairy industry, was actually in the banking world a little bit. And then I just actually came back this past summer.
Women have always had an important role in the operation, even helping with field work in the 60s when it wasn't too common.
I like being with the cows, and some of it is just having my kids grow up around the cows and the family like I did. Learned a lot of different things growing up on the farm, and I think it's just going to be nice watching them grow and grow to love the cows and the land and everything else that goes with it.
The farm milks around 240 cows, a mix of Holsteins, Brown Swiss, and Guernsey.
Every cow is named on the farm. Certain cow families will stick with certain themes, or we got like a whiskey brand.
When building a new barn in 2007, the goal was to mimic the lifestyles cows live on pasture.
Free to roam around and, lay wherever they wanted to, so they get that in the barn here. It's also the compost when we haul it out once a year in fall has been really good for the land and soil fertility and whatnot.
The farm turned 150 years old in 2018 and hosted breakfast on the farm that year to celebrate.
Not everybody grows up on a farm anymore. I mean, even when I went to school, there was a handful of us that grew up on a farm versus, probably when our parents went to school, there was a lot more farm kids in the class versus now. I think it's just important that we showcase, our dairy story and let people know, what it's really like on a farm and where their food comes from, and that we're people just like they are, and we enjoy the products that we produce just like we hope that they do as well.
If you love learning more about the history of our local farms, attend a June Dairy Month event. You can visit wisconsindairy.org/national-dairy-month to find one near you. Welcome back. The Wisconsin Beef Council, in partnership with the U.S. Meat Export Federation, recently hosted a trade team of Japanese food service representatives to showcase the diversity and quality of beef raised and processed in-state. Tammy Vossen is the executive director for the Wisconsin Beef Council. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I spent way longer than I probably should have clicking through your photo album. It looks like it was just a fantastic trip.
It certainly was. And Malene, I really want to express our gratitude to the community of Green Bay, because the restaurants, our packing plants, the grocery stores, the hotels we were a part of, everyone had such welcome arms for our guests. So they were very impressed with the community.
Take me back to the roots of this trip. What was the goal of it?
So the goal really is to be able to show the diversity of beef production that we have here in the state of Wisconsin. Consumers outside of our borders, even within our state, don't necessarily realize that we are very strong in beef production, in that even though our farms may look a little different than what they may see on cattle ranches and feedlots to the west, we have a base of producers, whether they are raising native beef cattle or dairy, that are committed to quality beef production.
That was interesting to me. I saw you were at Ebert Enterprises in Algoma. Why was it important to show that dairy farmers can also be very strong beef producers?
Well, the unique piece that Ebert's brought in was being able to show that dairy component, because we know that the dairy cow at the end of her career is also going to end up in the beef supply. So that piece of it was of high interest to our Japanese visitors, because they know the quality that can come from that well-fed dairy cow. But then we were also able to see the crossbred cattle that they are feeding out on their operation, and that those fed steers, again, are coming into our beef supply, and our products that are being harvested here by our plants in Green Bay to be able to export to their country.
You toured a number of different size processing operations too. Why was it important to show the very large scale, the stuff that ends up in a lot of our grocery stores, down to the retail meat market counter?
Right, so of course we want to be able to show, again, that diversity of product that our larger plants are able to export. So everything from a strip loin to tripe or tongue that are very much in demand in the Japanese culture. But then we also wanted to expose them to that smaller type of plant to showcase the smokehouse products that we have. We, through the grant that we received through the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, have also partnered with the Wisconsin Association of Meat Processors to educate their membership on the opportunities to be able to export.
Did they leave with a view of Wisconsin agriculture that you felt like was all-encompassing? Have you guys made some friendships and connections that are going to translate hopefully into dollars?
I really believe that this will translate into additional exports of Wisconsin products into the Japanese market. I can't imagine having put together any other different stops that would have been able to showcase the quality and the care of our farmers.
Well, congratulations on what looks like a very successful trip. I got a kick out of the fact that they wanted to go to Culver's, right? That was another must stop for them.
They were. Within 5 minutes of meeting him, they wanted to make a stop and get a Butterburger and custard.
All right, same for us. Beeftips.com to learn much more about the work being done on behalf of our state's beef processing and producing industry.